Hold on just one sec. I don't know what happened. It pulled down my my stuff I had. So I'm just gonna keep this up. I just gotta do one thing so that I can see everybody. I'm here. I'm here. Just give me one split second so that I can share this and pull up my YouTube channel so that I can see everybody. I really appreciate if anybody's joining, as it means a lot to me personally. Welcome in, welcome in. Give me just 60 seconds and I promise I will be ready. I have to share this to my Telegram, and then I have to pull up my YouTube comments because it doesn't always pull it up on YouTube, but it seems to be doing a little bit better here lately, so we'll just hopefully continue that. Whoops. Okay, 30 seconds and we'll be ready to get this live started. If anybody's there, I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button if you're paying attention, as it will help push me through the analytics here as this live starts. Okay, I've got the YouTube up. Welcome in, Jason. Welcome in, Luke. I greatly appreciate it. See, we've got 23 people in here, 11 likes. That's a fantastic start. Make sure you hit that like button, as it will help push me through the analytics and more people can get in here who want to be in here. And just pull this up, and then I'm going to get into this view, and then I'll get into talking to everybody as we do every single day. So, good mid-afternoon, 12:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Tuesday, June 6th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I've decided just to do the lives when I feel like it. When I feel like the news is moving, when I feel like I have some stuff to talk about, and when I've got a flexible moment in time. So I've got about a half an hour right now. So I want to go through this in a concise and a professional manner. Remember, we do positivity over negativity in here, and we're trying to help each other out. So let's get into this. The SEC sues Coinbase for allegedly acting as an unregistered crypto broker. This is one day after the SEC sued Binance for selling unregistered securities. This is the exact same scenario. So New York, Wall Street's top regulator is confronting some of the biggest names in crypto over their alleged Jason, welcome in. Luke, welcome in. XRP Perfection. Olga, welcome in. Love. Anthony, welcome in. 11:16 in the great state of Texas. Yeah, I was out there last year for the second time, and it was fantastic. One of the biggest names in crypto over their alleged violations of the U.S. securities laws and a regulatory crackdown that is already rolling the digital asset industry. On Tuesday, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission sued Coinbase, America's largest crypto exchange. Eddie, welcome in from Omaha. Or alleged. Hey, what's going on? Oh, you're already here. Wow, you're here early. Okay, hold on, everybody. One second. Nah, it's fine. No, it's fine. I'll bring it out here. Hold on, everybody. Someone's here to look at my bike. I'll be right back. I apologize. You need the battery up so I can put it out. I don't know how this is going to be. Somebody sent me up back on hit it now. Pushed up. Okay. I didn't want to. Appreciate it. All right, sorry about that, everybody. So my bike, I got cut off by a car a couple days ago. I have an electronic bike, and it pushed me over the curb, and my back tire pushed up into like the rim, so it's not hopefully you can fix it. So I'll show it after. It's a Hurley. It's not a traditional electric bike. It's a pedal assist. So anyhow, Let's get back to this. On Tuesday, U.S. and Securities Exchange Commission sued Coinbase, America's largest exchange, for allegedly acting as an unregistered broker. Well, I'll get into all this in a sec. Similar suits against overseas rival Binance. Since at least 2019, Coinbase has made billions of dollars unlawfully facilitating the buying and selling of crypto asset securities. The SEC said in a press release, Coinbase intertwines the traditional service of an exchange, broker, and clearing agency without having registered any of those functions with the commission as required by law. Coinbase's failure to register has deprived investors of significant protections, the SEC said. And what was the two main ones I said never use? Two exchanges I've always said I would never use because it just doesn't smell right from 2021. Coinbase and Binance. I've been talking about their downfall for years, and everybody always talks about it as FUD. But in this scenario, the FUD, it's not FUD because it ends up playing out. What the government is doing might be FUD. What the government might be trying to bring them up on charges is FUD. But the point is what I was saying is proved to not be FUD because I said they'd be brought up on charges for this exact thing. And there's a lot of things that they haven't done. I mean, it makes you a little nervous when you think about the rest of the sphere. But at the end, a long time ago, I said, one of the biggest capitulation events that can happen to tell you that the Ripple XRP lawsuit is getting close to a settlement is when they start to throw every single exchange in the U.S. under the bus. And they start suing everybody because that means they're just throwing darts now. They got to throw in every single suit they possibly can because they know that they're about to lose something major. That's what I always anticipated. So now it's like the fear is getting out there. A lot more people are unwilling to buy crypto. This is the time. This is the time where when you find your dip, when you find your area, hopefully you've been doing what we've been doing since 2022, mid to late into 2023. Follow this philosophy. There's a reason why I do what I do. Let's see here. Shares of Coinbase tumbled by 14% on Tuesday morning. Let me just say hi to everybody real quick. There's 40 people in here. Wow. 40 people already. That's incredible. Make sure you hit that like button. 39 people in here, 21 likes. That's the only thing I asked. Jason, welcome in. Luke, never a dull moment in crypto indeed. Terry, welcome in from Mexico. Louvel, welcome. Olga, good afternoon, love. Anthony from Texas, welcome in. Eddie in Omaha. XRP Wild Spectacular, what's going on? It's been a wild day indeed, Olga. I am holding my XRP. So for anybody who doesn't know, I have an average of 35 cents. 2021 had an average of 47 cents, sold out at $1.66. Said I wouldn't buy until sub 40 cents. I have an average of 35 cents, which means now the next purchase of XRP can't be until it's 20% below 35 cents. For anybody wondering, that's my personal philosophy. Maybe the SEC is feeling emboldened by Judge. Maybe, Terry. Maybe. Anthony Muniz, welcome in. Tom really wasn't bullshitting. He's a busy guy. I really am a XRP wild speculator. It's all I do. I'm very busy. And I fit this in during the day, you know, because I love each and every one of you. That's just what I do. Anthony Muniz, Diamond Hands. Ryan Anderson, welcome in, Mr. Anderson's accumulating XDC quant now. Have been dollar cost averaging. One more XRP if it goes under 40 cents. Beautiful. The Focus, welcome in. So basically the point is here is just like Coinbase yesterday, they've got a lot of problems. Binance yesterday, Coinbase is in the tank right now. So shares tumbled by 14%. Coinbase lawsuit comes on the heels of a similar SEC complaint against Binance, which is by far the world's biggest crypto exchange. In the 24 hours since the agency sued Binance, investors pulled around $790 million from the platform, and its U.S. affiliate data firm Nansen said Tuesday. Binance saw net outflows of $778.6 million of crypto tokens on the Ethereum blockchain, with its U.S. affiliate Binance U.S. registering net outflows of $13 million, Nansen tweeted. A spokesperson for Binance on Monday said the company taken the SEC's allegations seriously, but it believes the agency's accusations are unjustified and that the company is being targeted because of its size and name recognition. The growing regulatory crackdown is rattling crypto investors who remain shaken by the implosion late last year of FTX. That's a completely different circumstance. A rising star that flamed out spectacularly in his, what does that say? And the prices have tanked and regulators have stepped up their scrutiny of the industry. Crypto companies have long resisted having their products classified as traditional securities or commodities, arguing that but they should want them to be classified as commodities because then it gets them off the back of the regulators, arguing that there are Wally new kind of digital asset that most crypto offerings are securities and should be regulated the same way stocks and bonds on Wall Street are. That makes no sense, though, the way they're looking at that. The lawsuits against two of the biggest names in crypto could help force the regulation issue by sparking litigation and ultimately judicial reviews that motivate Congress to act. This litigation may not be a positive for Coinbase, but it should be a positive for crypto space. I'm telling you, somewhere out here, ladies and gentlemen, it's about time, when you start to see a lot of this bullshit in the news and you start to see them coming at these companies like this, it's different. It's different. So you just need to pay attention here because there's a lot going on. A lot of people are selling their crypto and saying, I'm done with this garbage. So that's what I wanted to look there. So I wanted to just break that news to everybody in case you had any questions. I don't know why the live chat stopped on my phone. There we go. You wish you had money, George, you're broke. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but like I've told everybody from the beginning, start collecting cans. It sounds crazy, but $5, $10, $15, $20 a day, that starts to add up very quickly, and you just don't spend it. If you want to put it in crypto, you collect cans and you don't spend it. Good to go?
Good to go.
Wow. Hold on one sec, guys. He fixed it. You are a miracle worker. All right, what do I want?
Let's just do 25.
Yep, no, I'll grab it. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 minute. All right, everybody, I apologize. All right. Well, the good news is my bike is A-okay. And I know some of you guys were asking what my bike looks like, so I'll show you since you're in the live. So that's my bike. So I took the battery system off. There's a battery that goes there. So it's got a throttle. It goes up to 20 miles an hour, yada, yada, yada. So great look, right? But it goes up to 20 miles an hour, and some of you know that I have keratoconus in my left eye, so I've chosen not to drive anymore after 38 years. So I had to make a lot of changes, so, something I got to do. So, anyhow, let's get into the charts real quick. It's 12:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do appreciate everybody tuning in. As we can see, XRP is down 0.16%. Just under 50, right at 51 cents. Let's see. Welcome in, Creative House from the UK. I really appreciate that. Next catalyst is Theater. Ohio Playa 83. Go Buckeyes. Welcome in the house, Buckeye fans. I mean, we've had your number the last couple of years, but over the last 15, it hasn't been so pretty. Thanks for fitting us into your busy schedule. I look forward to and appreciate everything you put out. Thanks for all that, all you do. Extra free wild speculation, no problem. Summertime, welcome in. Your son has an e-bike and loves it. I love them. I love these bikes. It's the new way. They do have some problems, but I found a really nice, reliable guy who fixes the bike. He's very cost-friendly and literally comes out here. It was 2 days ago. I got run up the curb, and he's out here fixing it. It's crazy. And it's already fixed. Like, I'm blessed. He charged me 25, I gave him 40. I told him to spend $15, go get himself a meal and put some gas in his car. If you can do one or the other. Oh, you used to be XRP Jimmy, welcome back. I remember you very well from way back. I'm doing very good, very good. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I found my calling and I found my new, just the way I like to approach things. So it's been a good thing. He fixed my bike. He put it back together, charged me 25, I gave him 40. I don't think that was charging enough. You seen how bad it was when I got home? I have another one. That was 1 million Bitcoin. Interesting creative house. That is interesting. So let's continue here. It's been 16 minutes, 31 likes, 42 people watching. Make sure you hit that like button, as it really does help. I can't thank you all enough for being here. Yes, you are so proud of you. Keep putting good into it. I appreciate that, Ohio player. I really do. So let's look into XRP real quick. Like I say, positivity over negativity. So here's our big problem with XRP. So much like when we had the inverted head and shoulders, we came up to the third tier and we talked about it. 537 was a rejection point. That could be an issue. That could form a topping reversal pattern. And right now, it hasn't formed it completely. The problem is we have put in a bear flag. We have a dot cross in the 1 hour. And the only way to avoid this dot cross is to get back up on top of 52.22 and invalidate that resistance at 537. That's the only way to invalidate this move down. And right now, the volume portfolio looks like trash. It was trash coming back. And I hate to say that, but there was no volume on the pullback. So, yes, Mark, XRP is like silver suppressed. I agree with that. But remember, if you have XRP, I have 10,000 tokens plus of XRP, as I've shown. I've talked about it. I've shown you my strategy. That means I have 10,000 tokens of XLM and XDC. Just remember, get that through your head. So I expect each and every one of you, if you have 5,000 XRP, you have the same of XLM and XDC. It's the three-wave tier here. You don't want to fight one against the other. It's the 3Xs for a reason. Welcome in, Lewis. I appreciate one from the very beginning. And if you guys have noticed, if you were part of Tom's Army and your little badge disappeared from your name, they updated terms of services. So if you have not updated your terms of services, you're no longer part of the Army, unfortunately. I've gotten a lot of comments about that, but that was not my doing. That's YouTube updating their terms. But anyhow, the red line, the 20 cross, and the 200, that's a death cross. This would bring us down to our first target, would be roughly 46 cents, but if we measure the targeted move out properly, it might be a little bit farther than that. It's not a guaranteed drop yet because XRP can still come back up where we were talking about and avoid this scenario altogether. It's just, if we're going to avoid it, you know, we got to make a move sometime. And if it's a rejection there, oh, it does get us right perfectly to 46.02. You see how these support resistance lines work, ladies and gentlemen? I've never moved these. These have stayed here up at the move up and on the move back down. And what happens? Look at that targeted move. If it does play down, unfortunately, that gets us to 46.02. Now, if it plays up, oh, how convenient. See that? It would get us to 55.85 if it played up off of there. So it's literally a targeted move to 55.85 resistance or down to the 46 cent support. That's your two options. And right now, what would be more likely? Well, you got a lot of fear in the market. More people are thinking it's going to dump. It should dump. But that's why we let the technicals play out. So we know the targeted moves either way. 46 cents on a dump and a confirmation of a resistance here on the death cross. Or if we invalidate it and break up, we have a targeted move. And you would know that if we break up and hold 52.22, the targeted move would finish off at 55.85. So are we going to 55.85 or are we going down to 46.02? I'd love to hear your comments. This is why, though, it's important to understand the technical analysis. And everybody can say that, oh, it's going up or it's going down. Correct. We don't know if it's going up or down. That's what charting is. But what you do is you have a personalized outlook. You have it set up on your charts. And then you know if it breaks down, we get the confirmation on the death cross, which would be at 51 cents, a rejection. We know we're going down to 46.02. If we went up and we held 52.22, we would end up going up to 55.85. That would be the targeted move. Terry, where are the training wheels? You know, I got to take the training wheels off some time ago. You know, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You prepared for the dump and dump. Yep. Well, It very well could happen like that indeed. So that would be your two choices. So what do you guys think, and gals? Is it going up or is it going down? We're 20 minutes into this live, so make sure you hit that like button as well. 45 people, 38 likes. We're doing a tremendous job. So that's XRP, and now we got to figure out Bitcoin. Up 446 points on the day, up 1.73%. Would you not be surprised that right as Coinbase that's being announced, this is what we were talking about, a lot of fear in the market, but Bitcoin is in a different spot in the pattern. See where Bitcoin's at? It had it all lined up. XRP in the 1 hour doesn't have it all lined up right now. In the 4 hourly, Bitcoin's already completed all the death crosses here, ladies and gentlemen. So now all of a sudden, XRP is running behind Bitcoin. Now did all of a sudden Bitcoin decouple XRP? That's why I hate to talk of decoupling until we get down to the bottom of the formation. Everybody needs to forget about the word decoupling. You can't properly decouple unless we get to the start of the formation back all the way in roughly 2013, and nobody wants to know where that brings us. So until we get down there, we need to stop talking about the decoupling from Bitcoin and XRP and the rest of the crypto market. It sounds like pure conjecture and horseshit. Janina, welcome in, love. Much love to the XRP army indeed. So that's Bitcoin. It's basic with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's basic. It's very easy. We've seen the channel break. We've seen all of that. Sell now, buy later. 44 watching, 40 likes. Hit that like button for a procrastinating T8. That's right. And I don't do the moon hype, so I know it makes a lot of people mad, but you know what? We've got to stay on the same page, and the only way on the same page is to stay factual. See, I don't have to think about what I'm saying because I'm telling you what I believe. Bitcoin right now, 28,657. You see that major rejection we had. I actually have two different ones that I would actually like everybody to look at while I have your attention, because we drew out the inverted head and shoulders live a few days ago. If we could hold, I don't remember, this chart. Remember when we brought it down and Bitcoin was up around 28,000 getting rejected on our other chart? This was our scenario, and we said we could come all the way down to 24,400 approximately, 24,500 area, and this inverted head and shoulders could still play out. And believe it or not, I know there's a lot of fear and a lot of stuff going on with Coinbase and Binance, but this very well could pull the wool over everybody's head. Because how many people do you think are shorting the market right now? Yes, yes, yes. Well, Creative House. USA will still sell the T-bills. That's right. And I talked about this a lot yesterday. If anybody's interested in my channel, if you're new, it's bad. They sold $173 billion in T-bills yesterday starting June 5th. And by the end of Q3, they're selling $1 billion in T-bills, which overinflates the US dollar, which artificially raises the DXY, the dollar currency index, which conversely puts a lot of pressure on not only risk assets, but also gold and silver, because now the US dollar is artificially inflated, which means the cost of gold and silver, it'll be a lot cheaper. Well, not a lot, but it'll be marginally cheaper to buy. But what that does is guarantees us what? Do we know? Not recession. What does it guarantee us? A depression like we've never seen in our lifetimes. 2008 and 98 and that's not even going to bat an eye. So, but yeah, so the whole T-bill thing is a nightmare. But Bitcoin really could, if it finishes off this pattern properly, and this is not a guarantee, and I'm going to show you why, all the things we would have to do, ladies and gentlemen, to just get up to that 38,216. It is not a straight shot, and it doesn't even seem plausible at this point. But as I've talked about, until you break that W reversal in Bitcoin, a W reversal is a W reversal until it's not. And everybody laughs, you know, because it's, oh, look at all the lines. Not everybody, but some people will look and, you know, it'll be more of the, oh, a lot of lines going through. No, I look at it as knowledge of past events. These are all indications of past events, much like the Mayans when we're looking through things, or the old cultures, how they're drawing on rocks and they're doing, that's because they want the future person or their future self to remember what happened in yesterday. So on the charts, I want to remember what's happening in yesterday, yesteryear, so that when we come back to it, we can understand. That's how we know all the levels for XRP. That's how we already know the targeted move on XRPs, either on the breakdown and a rejection at 51 cents, where the death cross happened at the 1 hour. You get a rejection there, your targeted moves 46.02. You break back above there and try to invalidate the death cross hold the 52.22 support. Now you're all but likely signaling a move up to the 558 resistance. I mean, that's how you break down a pattern. With Bitcoin, we got rejected by the channel. When we came back up, we talked about last week, if we get rejected up here, it's a better than 9% move down to around the 25,194, which is the 200-day support. What did Bitcoin do? Better than a 10% drop, actually. And it hit that target perfectly. And it didn't hit it 100% on the nuts. So maybe, just maybe, it's going to come down here just a little bit farther. But it came farther. It came farther. Yep, 1 trillion. It'll be 1 trillion in T-bills. I'll auction them off. That's what it's going to be throughout the third quarter. Yesterday was about 173 billion on June 5th, 2023. So does that make sense for Bitcoin? And then further than that, if we do break 28,000, get above 29,000, and then get back on top of 30,000, which isn't even the key. That's just a psychological level. There's a CME gap there, though, remember, at 30K. We've got to fill that gap if we're going to finish off this pattern properly. There's also a gap at 21K. So some have asked me, what's the ultimate pain? What's the ultimate pain they could put on the market? To me, drop it, actually raise it up to 30K, fill the CME gap, drop it down to the 21K CME gap, and then they could run it out of control up to the top if they want to. Essentially liquidating the shorts to liquidate the longs to once again liquidate the shorts before the final tumble. And then they have the so basically it went up, liquidated the shorts, came back down, liquidated the longs. Now it goes back up to fill the 30K CME gap, that would liquidate the shorts. Come back down and fill the gap at 21K, re-liquidate the longs, and then just push it back up to the 38,000 target, which would re-liquidate all of the shorts. That is how I think you'd get maximum pain. Yes, it's a lot of things going on, but I do watch every single thing and more because my brain just works weird. I can't help it. I don't produce serotonin like a normal person because I have a closed head injury from a car accident. You know, I wasn't able to move very well for many years because I broke my back in a car accident when I was 23. Wasn't my fault, but still, nonetheless. I can't see out of my left eye because of keratoconus. I just see a blur. So I've been forced to think a little bit differently. I can see a lot in my head. So I see all of this forming, and I can see all of what this means and what's transpiring. You know, so we'll see what happens. You know what my greatest wish is? That more people in here would be in Tom's army. I'll be honest. I wish more people were holding the emoji badges. I see a few of them, but the majority, I'd say 75 or 80% of the people in the lives are not part of Tom's army. One day, that'll change. One day, that'll change. I am confident of that. And the reason why it's important for Tom's army, it's how I put out the free content. I am able to do this because of all the people who are part of Tom's army. That's the truth. Anybody who's part of Tom's army, you allow me to put out this content the way I want, free for all. So 31,000, we get on top of that. 32,803 is the major area up here on this. See, this old cup and handle was still up a little bit higher, but that's still a mid-tier push. It's actually right around 32. Huh. Apparently I did that somehow. 32,000. And the cinnamon, that kept all of the ants away from there, if anybody's wondering, and it actually worked. I'm not even by my house anymore, which is nice. 57 people watching, 44 likes. That's incredible. Make sure you hit that like button. It's the very least I ask of you. If you want to send a super chat, that's beyond, that's up to you. But all I'm asking for is that like and a share. So we've got a beautiful setup here, though. If it does hold this is a massive breakout potential here. That's the thing. So we're watching it both ways. And that's why I say I'm not going to say it's going up or going down. I'm going to let the charts dictate that. That's why emotion doesn't dictate how I control or how I watch the market. I don't have to worry about HOPIUM and buying in when I shouldn't. I don't have to worry about FOMOing because I'm watching the market. I have a set strategy. And depending on the move the market decides to make, I've already got a plan in place. It's interesting, though, that quant's up 4%. That's usually a predetermining move for XRP. So let's pay attention to that very closely. That's just something I've noticed in the past. Total crypto market cap, 1.068 trillion, up 1.3% on the day. Took it on the chin a little bit yesterday. But now you can see we've got a W reversal taking place here, and the volume is all but picked back up. So we're going to see what this is. What we need to do is we're going to come up to that 1.095 trillion likely. and see if we can get a rejection there or push farther. You could get an early rejection up here at the 1.085, but this is all but showing us the way this is going. And if it pushes out of here and breaks up past the 1.139, this would invalidate that drop right there. So for the total crypto market cap to invalidate that, we got to get back above and hold the 1.139 trillion. And now with all of this happening, it makes me wonder what the US dollar currency index is doing at 114.75. And this is where everybody's got to pay attention to crypto. And then, you know, we're at 30 minutes. I've got a lot of stuff to do. If you want to add something, make sure you add it now. Let me know in the comments. If you'd like to join Tom's Army, hit the subscribe button, turn the bell notification to all, hit the like button, share this to another person who's never seen it, send a donation. Whatever you want to do is your chance right now. Put in your input. Put some positive inflow into this community. This is a good chance to do it right now. I'm also in Michigan. So let's see, 22 million Bitcoin held by USA, held by Canada. It's not good. No, it is not good. You're right, Creative House. It is not good. That's why we're watching this very closely. Very, very closely. Terry sold XRP months ago. I have a target of 58 and was short with everything about it. Yep, I can understand that. That's the major. That also would have finished off the inverted head and shoulders for XRP at 58.5 cents pattern formation. So you see the 4 hour now. DXY's all but finished these moves. The dollar, in the daily, this is where it all matters. Does the DXY hold the 103.67? Allow this confirm a golden cross in the daily, which will all but signal, if it can hold it, obviously, a move up to this 106.847. As you all know, that was our first resistance point. But the end goal here is to try to get up to this X marks the spot up here. It's just time will tell if we can get up around that 109 handle. Hey, Crypto Scrooge, welcome in. Really appreciate you tuning in. Lewis, welcome to Tom's Army, my friend. Welcome back, I should say. That badge signifies that he's been a member of Tom's Army for over 1 year. He just renewed it now. So even if it's not renewed and you let it lapse, once you re-sign up, it shows your current standing from where it left off. So I appreciate the over 1 year of support, Lewis, and welcome back to the Army. I'm glad I could bring you back. Let's see. And if anybody's wondering, Crypto Scrooge, he does solo. He's in here. He's part of the community. So Crypto Scrooge, if you'd like to share your link, I'd greatly appreciate that. Yes, you have, Lewis. Lewis has been here since day one. Since day one, baby. Herbert, welcome in. Another member of Tom's Army for 1 year and over 1 year. That's the 1 year badge. The highest I can go until I get to 2 year members. So yeah, that's what we're looking at for the DXY. So honestly, everybody, it's been an honor and a privilege in these lives. I look forward to it tomorrow. I always look forward to talking to everybody in the live so you guys can say your piece or tell me what you think in the markets, or so I can get a better understanding of how I put out the content. It really does help. Anthony Muniz, no problem. You are more than welcome, my friend. Have a blessed day. Remember, 3 mottos in this community that I'll continue to preach on. 1, no matter the size of your wallet, I believe everybody's entitled to the information if they so desire. So for that fact and reasoning, I will not ever charge. My content remains free. That's why I live by that standard. 2, I believe you deserve the technical analysis without the FUD, without the HOPIUM, and you deserve to see it in a way where you will be able to trade this market without pulling the trigger at times you shouldn't because of fear that is put on you by somebody else who might have a standard, that I'm just trying to put the information out to where you can see it and everybody deserves it without the FUD and without the HOPIUM. And 3, positivity over negativity. We're putting Jesus back into this community. Lord and Savior, we're making this community more godly. We're not following the satanic route. So by that meaning, it's more pure. We'll have a more common understanding. We'll have a closer bond. Without that, we have nothing, and we'll bring a lot of negativity in here. So I appreciate every single one of you. With that, the message is over. If you haven't subscribed by now, hopefully if you're watching this after, I've in some way forced you to hit that subscribe button, or at least given you a reason to hit the subscribe button, and make sure you follow Solo Scrooge. Have a blessed day.